Hunter Biden reminisces about his time smoking crack. WNBA players are demanding to get paid more money. And a teacher was arrested after following her ex-boyfriend to work 33 times. I know what you guys are gonna say, but the crazy kitty ain't worth it, bro. Trust me. We have that and so many other stories, so let's go. Let's start with the Ohio teacher. This is her finding out that she going to jail. She is crazy. And I know a lot of you guys are gonna be like, damn, bro, she can follow me to work anytime. I'm telling you, bro, if a chick is following you to work more times in the month than you actually go to work, something is wrong. Like, how do you go to work 33 times in 1 month? That means that, like, you're going to work multiple times and she's still following. Ohio teacher starts panicking and crying in court after being sentenced to a week in jail for stalking her ex-boyfriend. 27-year-old Hannah Freeman was accused of following her ex-boyfriend to work at least 33 times in a single month. She was also accused of breaking into his car and stealing over $1,000. What? Dude, she's stealing his shit. She was sentenced to 1 week in jail, 18 months of probation, must wear a GPS device for 90 days, must get mental health counseling, and is not allowed to contact her ex-boyfriend. There it is. Save me! Save me from myself! Bro, she's not gonna suck your dick, bro. She's not going to do that.
Freeman?
Oh, we have footage.
Are you supposed to be up here? You are? Were you in his vehicle earlier?
Yeah, you were.
No?
Liar.
We went to get dinner together, but...
You guys, where'd you guys go get dinner at?
Kings.
King's?
Kings, yeah.
She is lying. Don't date crazy boys. Trust me. This is my favorite story. We still have a lot to get through, but this is my favorite story of the day. I present to you Hunter Biden reminiscing on the joys of smoking crack.
The only difference between crack cocaine and cocaine is sodium bicarbonate and water and heat, literally.
That's it?
That's it.
And those things are pretty much free if you go to like a science store.
This is free.
A science store.
You can go to your neighborhood convenience.
He is stuttering just like his dad. Does he have the same brain disease already?
Store.
Or is that the crack?
And just get, anyway, I don't want to tell people how to make crack cocaine, but
Yeah,
it literally is a mayonnaise jar, cocaine, and baking soda.
How different is the experience?
It's vastly, vastly different. And like for real, I feel really reluctant to kind of have some euphoric discussion. I know you're not asking me to do that, but have some euphoric discussion about crack cocaine.
I think this might be kind of the opposite.
Huh?
Okay, no, it's the exact opposite. I'm saying I don't want to have the experience of some euphoric recall. That's how powerful crack cocaine is.
Well, okay, I was confused for a second. So he's saying that he doesn't want to talk too much about it because he'll start feeling the feeling of smoking crack just by sitting here and thinking about it. That's crazy. This guy loves his crack.
Does crack cocaine make you act any differently? No. Is it safer than alcohol? Probably. People think of crack as being dirty. It's the exact opposite. When you make crack, what you're doing is you're burning off all the impurities so that it combines with the sodium bicarbonate, which makes it smokable. That's all. You know, all of...
That's all. Bro, this guy is like, he's literally... Actually hearing him sit here and talk about crack, he sounds just like his dad. It sounds like Joe Biden talking about crack. I think this guy wants to run for president too, which is wild. But that's not where the story ends with Joe Biden Jr. here, Hunter Biden. So for anyone that was thinking, hey, you know, it sounds kind of cool, you know, he's just talking about crack. Remember, he's lefty as fuck, and he's about to start talking about how white men are the problem.
He's somehow convinced all of us that these people are the fucking criminals. White men in America are 45 more times likely to commit a fucking violent crime than an immigrant.
The white people more likely to commit crimes argument is so L, just because, like, when you're here illegally, and it doesn't matter what color or skin you are, when you're here illegally, you do not want to get picked up by the police. Like, so there's a lot of people purposely not doing crimes because they don't want to get caught. You put everyone together equally, it's going to be equal crimes. Is Hunter Biden sniffing powdered milk? What are you talking about?
I say, fuck you. How are we getting those people back from fucking El Salvador? Because I'll tell you what, if I became president in 2 years from now, or 4 years from now, or 3 years from now, I would pick up the phone and call the fucking president of El Salvador and say, you either fucking fucking send them back or I'm going to fucking invade.
Is this guy suggesting that he's going to run for president and he's threatening to invade El Salvador? What the dude, that is wild. And finally, and this is one of the clips I like from Hunter Biden. Like, I like the crack one a lot, but I like this one, I think, a little bit more because he starts going off on the Democratic Party. And this is where I do think that he's spitting some facts.
But fuck him and everybody around him. I don't have to be fucking nice. Number one, I agree with Quentin Tarantino. Fucking George Clooney is not a fucking actor. He is a fucking, I don't know what he is. He's a brand. And by the way, and God bless him. You know what? He supposedly treats his friends really well. You know what I mean? Buys them things. And he's got a really great place in Lake Como. And he's great friends with Barack Obama. You. What do you have to do with fucking anything?
He's like a company. It's like the George Clooney company. So a brand is one way of putting it, but I think calling him the George Clooney company is another way of putting it. And through his company and his influence, he's trying to be a part of the American Game of Thrones and get a piece of that chair. You know what I'm saying? In other news, did the Obama admin manufacture intel about Donald Trump? That's what Donald Trump has been spamming. I think he's been acting kind of weird since all the Epstein stuff. Just saying.
The intelligence community agreed that there was no intelligence that reflected that Russia was trying to hack the election in favor of either candidate. The evidence showed, the intelligence showed that, again, Russia did not have either the intent nor the capability to be able to impact the outcome of the United States election.
I think it's bullshit that, like, saying that they didn't have the intent, because, like, all the countries are doing this. All the countries are messing with each other's elections. To be honest, I mean, in what reality are all the countries not fucking with each other's elections? I'm just saying, okay? Now, did they actually, like, is Russia responsible for everyone voting for Trump? No, Trump is. Trump and CNN, to be honest. CNN, more than anybody, got Trump elected, way more than Russia would have wanted. I think Russia's goal is just to be disruptive and divide us. That's what they want more than anything.
Russia did not, this is after the election now, did not attempt to affect the outcome of the American election. That was never published. Hours before it would have gone into President Obama's President's Daily Brief, it was pulled by a senior level intelligence official saying that they had to pull it because they had received new guidance. The very next day, this meeting was called, a National Security Council meeting, bringing together all of the senior leaders of President Obama's cabinet. And the topic that was put forward was to produce an intelligence assessment that detailed not if, but how Moscow affected the outcome of the election that had already occurred, electing Donald Trump to the presidency.
That's wild if true. Moving on, we have Prince Andrew's daughter going viral. They're saying that her eyes are crazy. Take a look for yourself. There we go. Here's her eyes. They do look kind of crazy, don't they? What is up with her eyes? Is she a lizard? Is she an alien plant? Is she on ketamine? What is she doing? It's so dramatic. What is up with her eyes? Here's what she's doing. She is like a very high status, born into all this wealth. The shit that she knows about navigating this world is not like us normies, okay? What she is taught in her position in the world is how to look at cameras when they're taking photos. This is literally just posing for photos, but it's edited to make her look crazy. Now, allegedly, she was one of Epstein's victims. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true. But yeah, this has 7 million views on Twitter, and it's just people spreading it, you know, because they're like, something is going on, you know, and really, honestly, like, think about it. It's somebody taking pictures. Moving on, Ron DeSantis advocates for the nationwide abolition. Why can't, Archie, how do I say this? Abolition of property taxes. Holy shit, I'm retarded. You buy a home, you buy land, and then you've been taxed many times. Is it your property or not? I love that. Hell yeah, bro. Let's get rid of property taxes. Dude, this man, he wants to run for president. Who do you think would win? This guy, Gavin Newsom, or what's his name? The vice president, JD.
Subject their citizens to higher taxes, such as higher property taxes, to pay for these spending habits. And you know, these property taxes, it's like you buy a home, you buy land, you know, maybe you buy the home outright, but maybe you pay off a mortgage over 30 years. And then, okay, you've paid off the mortgage, you bought the land, you've been taxed many times. It's like is it your property or not? Just for being on your property, you got to write a check to the government every year.
He's got
so
a
you're
point.
basically paying rent to the government to live on your own property. And our homestead exemption is not strong enough to help these folks because the property gets assessed so high. And that's the thing. If you buy a home for $300,000 and you know there's certain tax, well, then what? 10 years later, they say it's worth $700,000. And so, and they say, you know, there's homestead stuff that helps protect you to a certain extent, but you're paying more.
I agree. I owe. I've heard people say I live in my mama's basement. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm a liar. But if I wasn't a liar, man, would I love to stop paying taxes on my house that I already own. Watch as this Delta Boeing 767 engine bursts into flames after takeoff from the LAX airport. This makes me not want to fly, right? Like, there's just so many crazy videos.
Look at that! Whoa!
Oh, that's wild, dude. That looks like it could be AI, you know, like anything can be AI these days, but that's real. That actually happened. Luckily, the plane landed safely. Everyone was okay, at least physically. And a quick little Trump video here. Trump pays for a mom and 3 boys groceries. The media won't show this. I mean, it's a nice thing for him to do. If I was in his position, I would do this type of stuff too, even for just the cameras. Do it for the press, do it for the publicity, you know, I get it. He's probably also genuinely a nice guy. Imagine Donald Trump just handing you money and be like, here, pay for your groceries, and he's the president, and just what? That would be wild. I wouldn't say no to that. And now it's time to talk about the WNBA. I never expected to, you know, be talking about the WNBA and it being big news. But it is. Caitlin Clark and that other player clashing have made big news and brought a lot of attention to this sport. What happened recently, which is very controversial apparently, is these players came out with shirts on saying, pay us what you owe us. And this is taking everyone by storm because, you know, a lot of people don't want, oh, there's the one player, the black chick, she's over there on the left. I forgot her name, but it's her and the white chick, they keep beefing. But everybody in the WNBA, all the players are supporting, you know, pay us more. Of course they want to get paid more. Who wouldn't want to get paid more? Now, the argument is that that the WNBA is losing money, so why should they get paid more? And the argument is that the female players' percentages are way higher than your regular NBA players, which is true. And the other argument is that they don't bring in enough eyes compared to male players. Male players, way more people want to watch the male games than the female games. The point is, though, right, this is where I'm going to get a little bit of flack from you guys, but I'm going to spell out some facts, and that is that, yeah, all those things are true, but they used to be true. Actually, they're not true anymore. Since it's because of Caitlin Clark and her feud and all the drama coming from the WNBA, it's brought in a lot of interest. The facts are that merch sales are absolutely exploding to levels never seen before in WNBA. Viewership on television is higher than ever, so therefore they could charge more for ads. And there's investments coming in. You could spend $250 million and get yourself franchised, but everything is exploding. It's not so much like a deserve it thing. You know, I'm just thinking about this from a business perspective. These players are the ones that are causing all this interest and all this growth with the WNBA. Therefore, if they ask for more or else they start protesting and doing things like this, you should just give them some more so you can keep a good thing going. It's good business. You don't want to shoot yourself in the foot. These players are getting all the eyeballs. I got to show you the Cybertruck toilet. Look at this. You can, you know, drive, save the environment while shitting at the same time. Look at that, bro. Look at that. That's amazing. Now I want a Cybertruck. 100%. This toilet paper right there. Fuck yeah, dude. Got some other quick fire news for you. Here's one. An Airbnb guest cancels in the first 5 minutes. Why? Well, I'll let you see for yourself.
So our Airbnb guest got here and canceled within 5 minutes and just left. So there was no way that she could stay somewhere like this because she saw this.
That's it. A fucking Trump sign.
Got in her car and drove away.
Well, pay the fee. At least you don't make her pay for it anyways. That's like, there is no canceling at the last second. There's got to be like some sort of fee that you can charge this person. Because that's bullshit. Tom Homan is not messing around. He says sanctuary cities are now our priority. He's going to flood the zone.
Again, sanctuary cities are sanctuaries for criminals. And I'm going to work very hard with Secretary Noem to keep President Trump's promise and his commitment several weeks ago that sanctuary cities are now our priority. We're going to flood the zone.
Flood the zone.
You don't want to let us into jail to arrest a bad guy in the safety and security of a jail. You want to release him into the street, which makes it unsafe for the community, makes it unsafe for the officer, makes it unsafe for the alien. Anything can happen on the street arrest.
Did you say ossifer?
So what we're going to do, we'll have more agents in New York City to look for that bad guy. So sanctuary cities get exactly what they don't want, more agents in the community and more agents in the work site. If we can't arrest that bad guy in the safety and security of the county jail, then we'll arrest him in the community, and we'll arrest him in the jail. And when we arrest him in the community, if he's with others that are in the country illegally, they're coming too.
Ooh, that is spicy, bro. I think they need to let these people just arrest them in the fucking jails. Just let them into the jails. They're not letting them in the jails. It's wild to me. I never thought that would be allowed. That like law enforcement can block other law enforcement. That's new concepts to me. Leftists have taken a break from defending criminal aliens and are now demanding Stephen Colbert's show to be saved. Okay, so hold on a second. I mean, Colbert's show, dude. Like, you guys can cry me a river, bro. Cry about all you want. I just want to talk about the way this is being framed, though, by breaking 9/11. No, leftists have taken a break. Right, these are different ones. The leftists are protesting this and the other shit they want to protest at the same time at two different places in the fucking country. Yeah, it's annoying. Fuck him, bro. Stephen Colbert. Glad his show got canceled. I just hate the way this gets framed, and it brainwashes people on our own side. Now let's talk about tariffs. Apparently, Trump's tariffs are causing more business for American tomato growers. There's tariffs on Mexican tomatoes, so American tomatoes are selling more. I guess that's the point.
Less than 20 years ago, there was over 10 farms here on this mountain. Now there's barely 5, probably going to be 4 within a couple years. And as another 20 years goes by, there's going to be less and less.
Blake Thaxton.
The guy looked like he was crying. This guy crying?
And as another 20
or is that just a camera?
years goes by, there's going to be less and less.
That's got to be just the camera. It's an illusion. It looks like he's crying, though. I guess this is the way it's supposed to work. I still need more time to see how tariffs are going to do everything, but so far, so good. I mean, have you noticed your whole life being an absolute disaster because of fucking tariffs? I haven't noticed a goddamn thing. This one's a little bit spicy, all right? Because I get annoyed with some of these airline stewardesses and stuff when they're like being too mean about like what you're wearing. All right, but this is crossing the line a little bit. So this woman was wearing this. Okay, I mean, this is so gray area. This is like on the line of needing a dress code because this is damn near underwear. Now, should we just let people wear whatever they want for, you know, the most part? Yeah. However, her ass is like, she's gonna have her farty shitty fucking ass all over this chair, dude. And it's not covered up. Like, cover this shit up. You know, you can't like dress for the beach and get on the plane. You got to be wearing clothes, bro. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you very much for watching another episode of our like daily news political crack kind thing. I still don't know what to call this, but I'll see you next time.